Well, hello and welcome to today's video. My name is still Gary. I'm still a frustrated photographer and I'm still mostly blaming social media. Yes, I am. Welcome to the video. I hope you guys are well. Now, this video is a bit of an unplanned one. Not that I plan any of my videos, but this is a bit of an unplanned one because I got such a great response to the last one. Now, the last video which I created was called Why Social Media is the Worst Thing to Happen to My Photography. And that really blew up on my channel. Blew up. I mean, on my channel it did. It got quite probably 3 to 4 times the number of views that I normally get, and loads and loads of comments, over 150 comments, which is massive. So firstly, if you took the time to watch that video and if you commented on that video, thank you so much. Even the guys who said, that I'm Mr. Moaner, or it was a whinge fest, or I should delete it, or I should grow up. Even those guys, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Thanks for the comment. But there were some fantastic comments on there from both sides of the argument. So I kind of wanted to address that and talk a little bit more about it and how I feel in this video. Now, before we get started, right, I feel like I need to put a caveat on the beginnings of these Norman's Wisdom videos, right? And that is, I'm fine. Okay, I'm all right. Honestly, I'm okay. Don't stress over me. Don't worry, I'm okay. Because I get a lot of comments on these sort of like, are you okay? I'm worried about you. I'll get private messages going, are you okay? I'm okay. All right. Now, there's a reason that I put these videos out, right? 2 reasons, really. 3 reasons. 1, I want to get it off my chest, right? So I do get frustrated about things, or I do want to talk about things, but generally I'm okay. I'm just talking about them. The second reason is that by me talking about them, hopefully it resonates with some of you guys out there, and some of you who either can't or don't feel comfortable talking about it on an open forum. I have the platform to do it. I'm perfectly happy to do it. I have no qualms about, it's not a weakness to question yourself. It's not a weakness to admit to some of these things. It's just normal. Everyone does it. Everyone has things that they might consider a weakness, but it isn't. It's just you. So hopefully when I do these videos, they resonate with people and possibly people will get something out of it. So I might talk about something that they're feeling, and by explaining it through my way, they're like, oh, okay, I didn't think about it in those terms. So, hopefully it helps. And then thirdly, what the hell is thirdly? Firstly, remember? Oh my God, I've forgotten what thirdly was. Oh yeah, thirdly, I just want to debate. I like it. I like things that spark a debate. Debate is healthy, It's okay. And hopefully that when I talk about these things, and even if you like go, I want to toss her, I totally disagree. Hopefully some of it is sparking something inside of you to think about the subject. So, that's why I do it. So I am fine. I mean, I'm venting a little bit at times, but what I'll do from now on is if it's really affecting me and getting me down, I'll let you know at the beginning. But if I don't let you know at the beginning, just assume that I'm okay, because I'm okay. Right. Okay. So, right. I'm going to sort of deal with the general tone of some of the comments and often what's come out of this as we go along. So, first off, right, a lot of people were saying, don't chase likes, don't chase validation, don't fall into that trap. It's all your fault because you'll be chasing the likes, right? I'm not chasing likes, right? I've never said at any point in that video that I was chasing likes, okay? What I was trying to say to you is that the likes become a benchmark. They become a barometer of, subconsciously, they become a barometer of how well that image has been received, right? Now, it's a flawed principle, right? Because let's say I put 2 images out, right? One of them gets 100 likes and the other one gets 100 likes. One of them might have had 50,000 views and the other might have had 400 views. So it's totally flawed principle, and I appreciate that, right? But subconsciously, without thinking about it, which is what subconsciously is, just instinctively, you look at those images and you go, they are similar quality because that one's had 100 likes and that one's had 100 likes, right? Whether 100 likes matters or not is irrelevant, right? I'm not chasing the likes. It could be 10 likes or 1,000,000 likes each. You compare, or subconsciously compare, those images in terms of quality based on the number of likes that they get, right? We call them validations. Doesn't matter, right? So then when you release another image, or you put another image onto a platform and it gets half the validation that the original one got, it's easy to fall into a trap of thinking that that image is only half the image that the other one is in terms of quality, right? It's an easy thing to do. I don't care, right, if you agree with that or don't agree with that, because it's subjective, right? That's how I feel at times, subconsciously, right? And you marry that up to the fact that I'm not liking the image in the first place, right? So me not liking the image isn't because of the likes, right? The number of likes is validating me not liking the image, right? So I'm not liking the image. It's not all social media, okay? It may be, like I said in the previous video, that I'm becoming more discerning as a photographer, and I've got higher standards as a photographer. So I take the same old image, right? And I'm not liking it as much anymore because I want to progress, because we naturally want to progress and improve. That's the human way. That's what we do. So that's what I was saying about likes, okay? I'm not chasing likes. It's not about validation. It's about a benchmark, or a perceived benchmark, even if that's a subconscious benchmark. Right, so hopefully that's answered a large chunk of comments, or responded to a large chunk of comments. Now, I do appreciate the sentiment in a lot of those comments saying, don't chase the likes, don't chase the likes. Absolutely don't chase the likes. Totally don't chase the likes, right? Okay, so there's a second swathe of comments, right, which I got, which is, you need to do photography for you. Stop doing it for other people. Do it for you. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Don't worry about them. Forget about them. Okay. So that, right, is really easy to say, right? Really easy to say, but really hard to tell someone who's kind of an addict, right? Okay, I know that's a strong word, right? But it's kind of an addiction, right? So this, it does tie into the likes, and you could argue that I'm being hypocritical now and saying that I'm chasing the likes, but bear with me and try and understand what I'm saying, or try and hopefully grasp what I'm saying. That sounded really patronising. I don't intend it to be patronising. I'm just saying, hopefully I can put this across in a way that you'll understand and not think that I'm being a hypocrite. So the brain, right, has an addiction cycle, right? The brain, so when there's something that gives you pleasure, regardless of what that pleasure is, right? So let's say it could be eating, right? It could be gambling. It could be running, right? It could be smoking, right? It could be any of these. I know smoking's different because it has nicotine, it has addictive qualities of its own, but let's just stick to the others, right? Let's say gambling. You gamble, you win, right? You gamble, you win. Your brain releases dopamine and serotonin and oxytocin and all of these chemicals that make you feel good, right? They make you feel good. Getting a like or a comment, or let's not call it a like or a comment, getting a positive validation from someone makes you feel good, right? It releases the chemicals in your brain and it makes you feel good. And you know what, right? You do it a lot, your brain craves that. Your brain wants that release of those chemicals. So you become addicted to that because you want to feel good. Your brain wants those chemicals released. It wants the oxytocin and serotonin and dopamine and all of these other chemicals. It wants them to be released to make you feel good because it's a great feeling. It's a chemical addiction, right? So saying, don't worry about it. Just do it for you. Don't worry about it. It's not as easy as that. Now, it is as easy as that if you never done it in the first place. So if you've never gone, you know, I never posted anything on the internet and had a like and never had that feeling, then you will never crave it because you don't know what it feels like. Or if you do it very rarely, you might go, oh, yeah, okay. But if you're someone who's a prolific poster or posts quite a lot and gets that a lot, whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, you are getting this chemical release in your brain that is giving you this pleasure out of what you've got. Okay? Rightly or wrongly. Rightly or wrongly. Okay? And then to try and rewire that experience, to try and then disassociate likes from the chemical release is difficult. Breaking the cycle is difficult. So it's really easy to say, shut up, stop, you're to blame, blah, 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 blah. All of these things are probably correct. Yes, you are to blame, but it's not as easy as just going, oh, do you know what? Actually, no, I don't care anymore. Yeah, no, forget it. Forget it. I'll just do it for me from now on, right? It's not that easy, right? For a lot of people. So just understand that when you say, just try and have some empathy for how other people are feeling about that. It isn't that easy. And if it is that easy for you, I applaud you and I'm so pleased for you, because that's one thing that you haven't got to carry and you haven't got to worry about. But just put that into something else in your life, because not everyone has an addictive personality. I appreciate that, but a lot of people do. And maybe your addiction is in another facet of life. So just try and appreciate where that comment comes from. Now, where do I go from here? So let's now talk about the comments that I made about other YouTubers. Don't watch the other YouTubers. Don't care about the other YouTubers. You're right. You're absolutely right. You shouldn't care. You shouldn't care. And you're absolutely right again when you say it's my own fault. It's your own fault because you're exposing yourself to these. Just get rid of them. Just get rid of them. And again, we could talk about this whole addiction cycle, but maybe that comes down. Maybe watching other, like I have this thing, right, where there are a number of photographers that are on YouTube that I don't like. I actively don't like their personality. I don't like their style. I don't like their messaging, right? Blame myself here. I don't need anyone else to blame me, right? But I cannot help but watch them. Don't ask me why. It's almost like I like to suffer. Now, I think that's a flaw in my personality, personally, right? I think maybe it's something like along the lines of, I've always been a little bit down on myself, and maybe it's like, you don't deserve to not watch them. You deserve to suffer. Perhaps sounds ridiculous when you say it out loud, but sometimes it's like that. So I'm trying to close those people off, right? And I'm trying to not watch the you need to do this to get front to back sharpness videos, right? I'm trying to do that, okay? But part of me says maybe you're not a particularly good photographer and you need to look at it. And that's a personality flaw that I have, and I'm totally holding my hands up to that, and it's fine, right? So let's just put that one to bed, all right? So the other thing that I wanted to say was there were lots of great comments. Now, I've already said this, but there were loads of great comments. So thank you very much for those. And I am going to take a lot of those on board. Like we had a guy who put in about photographic celibacy. What a brilliant idea. I don't know if I could do it, but what a brilliant idea. And that's basically, don't look at other people's work. Just do your own work. Just don't even look at it. Because I was talking about trends. I was talking about all images looking the same. And, I guess the problem with that, of course, is that if you, I guess eventually you'd move past it. But initially, if you stop looking at other people's work, you've still got that trend sat in your mind. So you may forevermore just post that out. Just take photographs in that respect, because you're always looking at that original trend. I don't know. But that was a great idea. Someone was talking about different platforms and listing different platforms on here that don't use the like system. Another great idea. Something that I will definitely look into as well. There was another comment from a guy, Life and Times of Multimedia. I'll watch you, by the way, mate. I love your stuff. And he said, aim for photographs that get less likes, so you're different from the crowd. Like, do something different. So actually physically take your photos thinking, I want this to get as few likes as possible. What a novel idea that is. What a fantastic idea that is. So yeah, I mean, that's definitely something to think about as well, isn't it? So yeah, but thank you, like I said again, for all of the comments. I really appreciate it, and I will try and get around to commenting on them. But the last thing that I wanted to talk about really is what I'm doing going forward. So, because people have said, it's you're the issue. You're exposing yourself to social media, and to a point, you're correct. So, I've deleted X. X is gone, right? It's gone from my phone and it's gone from my computer. It's gone. I haven't deleted my account, but I've deleted my means to look at it. Facebook, Instagram, Flickr, they've all gone from my phone. They haven't gone from my phone, but I've put them in a folder where I physically have to view it, open it. So it's much more difficult for me to access, basically. I will keep them on my computer, so at the times I'm sat at my computer, I will do that. Now, Marcus from Photography Online, he said he very rarely looks at any social media, and he looks at, Facebook like once for 5 minutes once a month. That's what I'm trying to get to, Marcus. That's where I'm trying to get to now. I want to get to a point where I'm looking at this very, very rarely, because I still have conversations with people on Instagram via the Messenger, and I still have conversations with people on Facebook. So I don't want to totally get rid of them. Equally, when I take an image, I want to post it up on Flickr as well, because I use that as kind of my gallery. So that's another reason I want to put it up there. So I don't want to totally get rid of them, but I am having a real detox. And what I thought I'd do is I thought I'll come back maybe at the end of January, after a couple of months out of all of this social media predominantly, and let you know how it's affected me. YouTube, I'm staying on YouTube. I'm going to continue to watch YouTube, and I'm going to continue to post on YouTube, but I'm going to try really hard to limit what I'm watching and to almost block those people who are putting out the videos that I find make me feel bad. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm sorry if this video hasn't resonated with you. You won't be here by now, so don't worry about it. But I do want to say a big thank you to everyone who's taken the time to watch. I hope that this has given you a little bit of a more context to what I was saying in the original video. And I probably won't do another one even if this one is popular and I get lots of comments on it. So let's draw a line and do that now, and maybe get back to some normal photography for a while. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I really hope that you've got something out of it and enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.